because I have the time. Last week there was breaking news because some brands left Baselworld. Baselworld is like a big place. One time a year there's 1 week in Basel that they have like a big trade show for watches and jewels. But especially because I'm a watch collector, I'm interested in that. And there are some brands that left Baselworld. But this is like something that the last years happened. Because last year you have the Swatch group that left. And the Swatch group is a big group with a lot of different brands like Blancpain and Omega. And the Swatch watches, you know, the cheap plastic watches you can buy like for 50 euro. But they left last year, 2018 they announced it, but for 2019. And this year we don't have a Baselworld, so no Baselworld in 2020. And now Rolex, Tudor, Patek Philippe, Chanel and Chopard announced that they leave Baselworld for 2021. And after this announcement, also the Louis Vuitton group announced it also that they will leave Baselworld. So that's a big hit for this trade show. It's a really big hit because Patek Philippe and Rolex are really big brands. If you have them, they will attract a lot of people, and without them you have like a big problem. Without Rolex, there is no Baselworld, and without Patek Philippe, because they attract a lot of people. That's a really big problem for them. But they had like the last years, people are already complaining about a lot of problems within Baselworld. Like they are like now focused on dealers. That's right, really the old way to do like a trade show, only focused on trade, on people who are going to sell those watches. But we're now living in a different time, and consumers want to go also to such trade shows and experience something, but they don't do that. So last year they announced that they will change a lot of things this year, but so far I didn't see anything they changed. Maybe some small things on the background, but no. And I think that's one of the things why all those brands are leaving Baselworld. The changes are not big enough, and they are a little bit more focusing on consumers right now. At least they tried, but Baselworld is not this year because of the coronavirus, so we cannot see it if they really do it different than the last years. Yes, I think that's the biggest problem. And this is like from Hodinky about the breaking news. And this one is about the Louis Vuitton. And here we have a response from Baselworld. Also, a problem with Rolex was like that. Baselworld, they announced that this year there is no Baselworld, and it will be in January 2022. 2021, and some they agree with that, a lot of brands, but they have to pay more to Baselworld, and a lot of brands don't want to do that, like, because this year no Baselworld, you have to pay more for next year. So it's a little bit, they thought that Baselworld is a little bit greedy. And I talked about Invicta. Invicta also was some years in Baselworld. If I'm right, from the last years from 2014 until 2017. And after that, 2017, Invicta started, I think 2016 they started with their cruises, and every year one cruise. So this year they had their 4th edition. But here we have a small video of the Baselworld of 2017. Maybe to give a small expression how it is there. It's really big. Oh, rendering. Hmm. It will not work for this one, I think. But as you can see, it's a little bit professional, like how it was. Yes, that's just, you can watch, you can see the watches, but you have now the internet, and if you want to see like the newest Rolex, the newest Omega, the newest Patek Philippe, you can see pictures, and even better pictures, and you can see it better on like on your screen sometimes. Then you can see it on like the like when you're going to Baselworld, because the how it is now, you cannot just have the watch in your hand. It's just on a display, and you have to watch it like that, but you cannot do it on your wrist, so you cannot experience the watch. It's just see the watch, but I think that's not good. We're now in a time that people want to experience like things. If you have like that's why Invicta started with the cruises for the consumers, because they are like they wanted to be consumer to focus on the consumers with those cruises. Let me see if I have a video, and I have one of 2018. That's from 2 years ago. Nice girls. If you put your watches like that, it will it will fall in the water. As you can see, people can watch them. You can feel the watches. You can hold them. You can fit them. You have like an you can meet other people. It's really nice to talk with people and have a nice chat and relax and have fun. And you can meet like other people, like the CEO, Eola. Pop-up shop, so you can buy. A drawing, and they will show you also the newest watches. Jason Taylor is that, and you can, like I told you, you can meet like some important people within Invicta, like Eola, Jason Taylor, and next year I think you can meet Shaq O'Neal. So I think that's exciting. Donald Duck. Yes, Invicta have also a big Disney collection. So that guy that's drawing Donald Duck and all the other Disney characters, really nice. As you can see, on a cruise with thousands of people, I think it's really nice to do that. If you're in the chat, you can always say hello. Yeah. Oh. Yes. I think it was a good thing that Invicta quitted Baselworld, because I think it's better for their sale. They have a lot of shops, and they want to have direct contact with the consumer. So it's better for them to invest in Invicta Cruise, then they will invest like in an event like Baselworld. I think it will have a better impact. Let me see if somebody is online. Let me share the link with the link. Maybe somebody want to also go online and want to Skype, so we can try that. Or else I just quit this session. The last thing I can tell is that Rolex and Patek Philippe, they don't need Baselworld. In my opinion, I think they can just like do their own event like Invicta do. So they now going with what are they now doing? Watches Wanderers? Let me see. I'm not sure how their new event will be named. But they can also do their own big events. They have a lot of collectors. There are a lot of Rolex and Patek Philippe collectors. And if they focus on the consumers, on those collectors, and also other people that are really liking those watches, they can easily like reach out thousands of people that will go into like to such events. That's not difficult for them. And Baselworld had like now for years they had the time to change and to to do things different than they did like the past 100 years. But I think their time is now gone. I expect that within some years it will not. It will be really small. They are now like on a throne, but they are. Somebody smashed them from the throne. Okay, I think nobody will go in the chat right now. I'm really excited about the new watches of Shaik. But I want to show you guys one watch. In my last stream with Trap Vision, I showed him also this watch. So it's this one. Oh, light. This tourbillon, the specialty. I've sold it to somebody, and this coming week I will make a review about this one. So with some pictures and make a video. So that's upcoming, and I hope you will like it. It's a really nice watch. This one is rosé gold, as you can see. This one is with a spider on the dial. I think it's a really special watch. I really like it. Let me see it. Let me set it on time. This one is without a rotor, so you have to like it hand wind it yourself. I think you cannot see it that well. I got this one from a friend that lives in America. I think it's really nice watch. But I'm also looking for another one. But this one is really nice. I will put the light on. So, yeah. Some people ask me why I like those old Invictas. I think they have their charm. I don't wear them that much, but they have like their charm. They have like yeah, it's not. It's about, for me. It's about the collecting. It's not about like wearing them. They are not like the best watches to wear, but they are like the. I like to have like different of them, like this one. It's not that it's very special. Like this one is a very small. You can see the dial is like a little bit damaged, or some people will say it is tropical. But this one is small and thin. But I like it. I think it's nice. It's delicate. And I have a lot of different of them. And some of them have a story behind of it. Some have a story, and I really like to look up for those stories, because they have like a lot of different old movements inside, and some of those factories doesn't exist anymore. And I think it's really interesting to know and explain how they are made, and what movement is inside, and also a little bit about the history of those factories and those movements, and also the history about Invicta. Last week I showed on Instagram a picture of a pocket watch, an English pilot pocket watch, and somebody asked me what it was, and I told him it's a pocket watch made for the British pilots. And the interesting story is that there are books about watches, and they are saying, because it's a Mark V pocket watch, that the Mark V pocket watches are made by Omega, Electra, and such brands, but they don't. In those books, they don't name Invicta. But when you see that pocket watch, it's an Invicta pocket watch, a Mark V Invicta pocket watch. Why doesn't they they don't wrote Invicta in those books? I think they try to bash Invicta sometimes, because it is because of the image right now. They are like now a little bit an underdog brand. I think a lot of people don't like Invicta because they are bold. They are like, they express them with a lot of color and special designs. A lot of people don't like them because of that, and I like it, and I like such stories. So they bash also Invicta. People don't know that Invicta also made their own movements in the past. So it's really interesting to see pictures of it, and some are really nice to see, and I really want to have some of them. because they are really looking very, very nice. But I can tell a lot of more of those stuff, and for now I think this is just fine, and I hope everybody is well and keep well, and don't get the corona, or at least not the heavy that you don't have to go to the hospital. So so I hope everybody is safe and stay safe. And I see you the next time. Bye.